In this video, I'm going to explain how you can generate the ETL for the target area, the dimensions. Target ETL is part of the BI data lake to target roadmap. It generates the ETL, the loading of the data for dimensions, facts, or data stores. In this video, we're going to look at how you can generate the ETL for dimensions. We saw before that the metadata must be available. You have checked the metadata and you generated the DDL, and now we can generate the ETL for it. I'm gonna show you an example. First, we're gonna look to what dimensions are available in this environment. So in this time is the SQLServer database, but it can also be Snowflake or Oracle or PostgreSQL. And you see here I'm selecting from ppk underscore target dimensions. And you see here the dimensions which are available now. For example, dim ADV of dim branch with an alias. And for this one, we want to store history. And in the dimension source area, we specify where is the data coming from. It can be the staging area, the history area, or the business area. If we're going to look to the attributes for this dimension, I'm doing this select statement, selecting from ppk target dimension attributes. You see here the attributes within the dimension, the attribute order, the data type for implementation, what is unique within this dimension. So in this time it's branch code. You can specify on which column you want to have history. So we want to have history if the closing date or the opening date are changing. You can specify it here with a yes. You specify here what's the source table for it for this column, the source attribute for this column, and you can specify a transformation. These are quite easy, taking one of them, taking one attribute into the target attribute, but you can also specify a transformation here. Okay, now we're gonna generate the ETL for it. I'm taking command and I'm going to Python, and in Python I can say start Python in the Python home directory of Powerpack, the subdirectory target start dim underscore etl.py. And as last, you can specify for which dimensions you want to generate it. You can take them all, use a percentage for wildcard, or you can specify one dimension. For example, dim branch. We're gonna generate this for with a wildcard. So we now he is starting, and we're gonna look at the results. Okay, he's ready. We're gonna look what he did. Okay, he was connecting to SQL Server. He's starting this dim underscore etl py with those parameters. He's specifying the template directory. He's specifying the ETL target directory. So that's this one. And in the parameters, he specified, okay, the data warehouse database is a SQL Server. For the target area, the user or the schema where they are implemented is DM, and we have 12 dimensions. And for each dimension, let's look here to the first two, dim ADV product. You got an alias, dimension history, source area, functional meaning. He's looking for a template. Because we are working in SQL Server, so he's taking the database specific implementation, so the SQL Server ETL for dim incremental update, because we do not want history for this one. And the target for this table is dim ADV product. So he is creating a Python script dim adv product.py, which we can run later during the night. So he's doing that for all the dimensions. For dim underscore branch, we got here history. Yes, so he's taking another template, the SQLServer ETL dim history.py, and he's generating the dimension dim underscore branch.py. Okay, so he's doing that for all the dimensions. And at last, he is also creating a script, a Python script to start all those dimensions. We're going to look a little bit into the result. So this is the target, the working directory. And if we look here, you see here, you got those dimensions and this dim dm underscore dim for starting all the dimensions. We're first going to look at this one. That's the overall, which you can start in the night job to run them all. And he is running the Python scripts for all the dimensions. If we look, for example, to a dimension ETL part with history, so he's creating a dim underscore branch.py. He's importing all kind of things to run the ETL. He say starting this one, he's gonna do a connection to the data warehouse database. He's logging all kind of things. He's creating session logs, and within the session logs, he's recognizing the number of inserts, the number of updates, the number of deletes. He's inserting dummy records, -1 and -2, to set the relation from the fact to the dimension. He's creating a flow table. He's inserting changed records, so he's recognizing, okay, is there anything changed between what's in the history area and what's in the dimension, and he's inserting them. Then he's doing deleted records. If you say I want to have deleted records, then they are also inserted into the flow table. He's creating an index on the flow table. He's doing analyze on the flow table, and he's gonna flag the rows for historize. Yeah, so he's doing update, flag the recs, flag the records if they are have to be historized, or if they are new. Yeah, and then within a transaction, he's gonna historize. He's gonna do an update of the target dimension, and he's gonna historize the deleted rows and inserting the new and changed rows based on those flags. And at last, he's gonna do an analyze of the table, and everything will be logged into the PPK session and task logging records. Okay, that's for this video. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you back in the next video.